Hey everyone, it's Bob from Sawdust Garage Studios, and today we're taking a look at my laser engraving setup. So I just wanted to show you a brief overview how I have my station set up here. For my laser, just figured it might be helpful for anybody wanting to get into laser engraving and not really knowing how to organize everything here efficiently. This is what works best for me, so hopefully it will help you out. So let's dive in here and we'll take a look at what I got. So for the first stop of the tour, we have my laptop area. On my laptop, I'm running the Lightburn software. There's a lot of other softwares out there as well, but Lightburn is probably the main one that you've probably heard of. I found it's very user-friendly and it was very easy to pick up. So above the laptop, I have my external monitor. For this, this is the area that I'm going to use to keep track of my laser. So over here, I have my webcam set up to a mount that I can swing in and out. So when I'm ready to cut, I can swing this in. Now I have full view of my laser bed. It's always important for safety sakes to keep an eye on what you're doing anytime you're running the laser, especially if you're not used to a material, you're not sure if there's any potential fire hazard to that. So I like to always keep an eye on that. But at the same time, now I can continue to work on my software, maybe setting up the next job that I don't want to be carving, but I could be watching the current project at hand live while it's going right now on the laser. So the main heartbeat of this whole setup is the laser itself. This is the Thunder Laser Bolt. It's a desktop 30-watt CO2 laser. It's approximately 170 pounds. It's 36 inches by 27 inches deep, and it's 18 inches tall. Inside, the print bed on it, it's 12 inches by 20 inches, and the Z bed goes up and down a little bit more than 4 inches on that. Comes standard with a 2.5-inch lens on the laser, but there are optional other lenses that you could get for depending on the type of work you're doing. Inside, it has a built-in camera. The camera is integrated with the Lightburn software. This allows you to place an item on the workbed and then align in the software a piece of art on top of that and then accurately carve in that area that you're looking for. Very cool feature with that one. It's also equipped with a built-in air compressor to allow for forced air at the point of the laser to evacuate any kind of debris from what you're cutting. And then also inside, there's a built-in fan to basically evacuate any of the air and fumes and stuff from what you're carving, especially if you're getting into like acrylics or something like that. You want the fumes evacuated from your work area. And I have that vented outside the building, and I'll show you that next setup. So behind the machine, it comes with a 4-inch flexible tube. I have a band clamp attached to a piece of galvanized pipe, which then runs outside the building to a galvanized dryer vent hood. Inside of that hood, there's a flap that goes up and down that when the machine's running, it's pushing the flap open and it's exhausting any of the fumes outside. And then when it shuts off, the flap shuts down and prevents any debris or insects from getting back into the machine. So for the table that the laser is sitting on, this is a Craig Workbench. This is 44 inches by 28 inches deep. It's approximately 38 inches tall, and that's including the casters that I have on them. This is an 1.5 inch butcher block countertop. I had some leftover pieces from another job, so I just cut it down, laminated them together. So nice solid work surface for that to sit on. Down below here, I made 6 pull-out drawers. This is basically used to house the true flat plywood that I use. It's an awesome product. If you're not familiar with it, it's a 1/8 inch thick material with an MDF core on it. It has a variety of different veneer finishes on it: oak, maple, walnut. There's some white, black, linen, etc. Awesome stuff. Highly recommend checking it out. And last but not least, comes back to safety again. I always have these fire blankets. I have one mounted to each side of the table just in case anything were to happen. always want to make sure you're prepared for that. So there you have it. That is my laser setup. Hopefully that gave you a good start for building your own workstation as well. If you like what you saw today, be sure to subscribe to the channel and give it a like. If you have any questions about anything you saw here, be sure to drop them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Also, be sure to leave links to anything that you saw today here in the description of the video. And as always, thanks for stopping by, and I wish you all happy building.